Hello, everybody. Howdy, fandom. Welcome in. I have a game of D&D right now, so I'll join later. Well, I hope you enjoy your D&D. Have fun with that. I don't know if honestly, I don't know if I'll still be streaming by the time you get back, because I mean, I want to do like a usual like 3-ish hour stream. But I'm like, yeah, the average length like 3-ish hour stream, because I'm going to my grandmother's for dinner. And so I also have to, instead of just like leaving from my grandmother's house, I actually have to like pack a little bit of stuff, since this is my last semester in this apartment. So I have to slowly start moving stuff over there. So I'm probably gonna like fill a tub, like a little tub full of just like my books and shit. Which kind of, the concept makes me sad, because I love having my little bookshelf here, but I can't imagine I'll be needing most of these in a number of months. Let's see. I'm like looking at my bookshelf, like what would I want? I think most of my Faulkners can go. Most of my fantasy stuff can go. The question, I guess, is like, what do I want to use to make a video? Or like, what would I, even though I haven't made a video in a significant amount of time, I was like, what on my bookshelf could I use to make a video? Or read, obviously. Use for reference. Because like I have... Honestly, I don't think anything here. Maybe like, I'm obviously gonna keep a Fable, because I fucking love that book. Like, that book goes wherever I go. Same with As I Lay Dying. And then I might like keep like V, probably, because I also love that book. And then like maybe my copy of Ulysses. Okay, here's a fun thing. So I own a copy of Ulysses, right? I own a copy of Ulysses. Have I read Ulysses? No, I've read like the first like handful of pages of it, but I haven't actually fully read it. I've also read Penelope, because stream of consciousness. But I've never like read the entirety of Ulysses, but oh my god, having it for reference is so good. Because a reference, right? Like if I'm writing fiction, it's mostly like a resource for when I'm like writing fiction. Like obviously being able to reference Ulysses is very cool, but also it's more for like prose reference, right? Because each chapter or section of Ulysses is written in a completely different style and a completely different voice. And so you can just kind of, if you need like inspiration for prose style, you just open up Ulysses and like it's so cool. So it's actually a very useful thing to just keep around for like how to for purely just for like prose reference and like prose style reference. Yeah, it's a really cool little book, honestly. Just to kind of like flip through, like I cannot imagine reading this thing from start to finish, but like just having it around to just kind of flip through is super neat. If you like writing, I highly recommend just having a copy of Ulysses on hand, just for that reason alone. I might keep that. I might keep. That's like it. I have like 3 books that I want to keep on hand. But anyways. Oh, also Pale-Fire. I probably will keep Pale-Fire. I need to finish that book. I need to finish Pale-Fire. That was a really, really neat read. What I'll do here, real quick. Whoop. Chat. Luckily, though, I'm feeling better. I am definitely feeling better. I'm still a little stuffy if you can't tell, but everything else, all the other symptoms, like I was feeling a little like tired last night, and I had a headache. But now like it's morning. I'm feeling fine. I'm feeling really like perfectly fine. It's just a little stuffy, and I have a lingering cough. So if you hear me coughing, that's why. It's just like the cough started last night, which was weird. But luckily, this is it's fine. I'm in the clear, I feel like. So I am good. Cause like even my cold, it kind of cleared up. Or like my throat. Sorry, my cold. My throat kind of like because my voice itself is fine now. It's a little tired because obviously morning voice. It's still I woke up still a couple hours ago. I haven't used it yet. Howdy, Phantom. You were having a great break? Hell yeah. Well, welcome back. How are you doing today? I'm just kind of yapping to myself because others haven't shown up yet. Take care of your voice? I have been. That's why I took a night off last night. And yeah, my voice is great, right? Like my voice is back. It's just a little tired because I haven't used it today, like whatever. But like my mom, and it's a little nasally still because I still have a little bit of nasal stuff. But I feel like other than that, I feel fine. So my sickness has more or less gone away. But I am pouring myself some tea here, so. Yeah, but I was talking about how it's gonna be a bit of a like it's probably gonna be like an average size stream. That's why I'm not doing train game today, even though there is a game playing today. Because I'm going to dinner with my grandmother tonight. And I want to leave leave myself a little bit of time because I need to load some books into my car. Or like load some stuff into my car because it's my last semester here in this apartment. So I need to offload shit. I need to start slowly moving stuff over to my grandmother's house. So I need to take a little bit of time before I leave to actually like do that. So I was looking at my bookshelf. I was like, what do I want to keep here for a bit? And I was like, most everything can go except for like the books on my bookshelf that I want to I want to keep here for the next couple of months is like the books that go wherever I go, which are A Fable and As I Lay Dying. The books I'm reading, which is like Story of the Stone, Museum of Innocence, and like I need to get back on Witch Hat Atelier before that actually airs. And then I was like, I'm gonna keep Ulysses around with me. Have I read Ulysses? No. Is it a useful reference? Yes. Yeah, WHA is so soon. I need to get back on. I need to finish fucking. I need to get caught back up with Free Ren. It's like, how far is that into airing right now? Hold on, Crunchyroll, come here. Hello, thank you. Friend, Beyond Journey's End, Season 2. We're on episode 8. I need to get back in that. Because I watched the first episode. It was great. And then I watched a little bit of the second episode, and then I forgot about it. So I need to get back on that. I guess episode 10. Yeah, episode 8, apparently. Which is so weird. Maybe it's just because I'm not on social media very much anymore. But I haven't heard nearly as much talk about Free Run Season 2 as I heard about Season 1. Is that just me, or is that like something that you've noticed too? I haven't seen much of Free Run either. Okay. That's weird. But I also don't know. That's fair. Timeline is a very Free Run focused or mainstream anime. That's fair. But like, for what's so weird to me, and like, maybe this is just kind of something that happens with like really big animes that get a second season, is that they kind of just like, their second season happens without as much fanfare. I don't know, because I've never really been around for, I've never really paid, Free Run was the first time I was paying attention to anime social media when something like that hit, like splashed, right? Because like Free Run splashed, like made a really big impact in the community. I was kind of paying attention to the anime. But like, it depends on the quality of season 1 versus season 2. True. I mean, I have seen discussions about like One Punch season 2, because that had a lot of discussions about it because it wasn't as good. But then I also remember there being a little bit of just like a lot of discussion around Mob Psycho season 2, because Mob Psycho season 2 was like significantly better. Because like a lot of people's like, JJK just has more and more hype, kind of like Mob Psycho. Yeah. Fucking, I don't get JJK. I just don't. I'm sorry. It's really funny to me. It's just like a shonen, no interest, bro. I grew up on Naruto. I have had enough shonen for fucking life. I grew up reading Naruto. I have enough. Just focus on the hidden inventory arc. No idea what that means, but I'll take your word for it. I think JJK season 3 is worth watching from an artistic point of view. Okay. Because their crazy mappa is insane. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. That's a fair, like, sell. That's a fair sell. One of my pet peeves, actually, is when people try and sell a show by going, oh, you gotta stick around until season 3. For, like, because, you know, because, like, if it's not good until, like, season 3, I'm just not gonna watch it. My character? Oh, okay. Well, there's a problem. So waiting for that GeoGuessr stream? I mean, maybe one of these days. Hey, this month we're doing some crazy shit, so who knows? Also, howdy, Quinn. Welcome in. How are you doing? It's been a minute since I've seen you in here. Depends on your taste in series. That's fair, actually. Well, sorry about that. No problem. No problem. I got all those. Flex memory. Life took over? Yeah, no, that's completely fair. I get it. I understand. I like it's been hard not to just let life take over for me, because like, you know, doing charity this entire month, it would be very easy to just like not just yeah, it's easy to not. It's very easy to just not. What do we need to do? Okay, so you just need, okay, accept quests for each of these characters. Okay. Has gone through the roof. The voice actors are amazing, but it is shonen. Yeah, and yeah, like I can appreciate JJK and like MHA and all these shows is like, you know, they are you know, they're good shows. I can recognize that, but also not my thing. Especially like there are some moments in like I've seen in from One Piece specifically. I'm like, holy shit, that's like impressive. That is like really good artistry. And I've seen a little bit from JJK and from MHA, and I was like, that is actually incredible. Still not gonna watch it. I need a much slower paced. I don't know. It's just definitely is a taste thing, but people get really pissy when you say you don't like stuff like that, which is really, it's just neat. It's just an interesting little thing that you like, that you notice. Admiring it from the sidelines, exactly. What are we up to for today? Terry Stream's just not been chatting. Well, thank you. What else is here? If I didn't have my like dinner with my grandmother tonight, I think we would actually I have a bunch of games that I want to start, that I want to play on stream here. So before we actually get into doing Genshin stuff, let me walk you all through what I have in my Steam library for us to play. So a big thing that I recently got, which was also on sale, dude. Steam sales have been rude for me recently. So you guys saw that I was talking about this in the server. I got the Danganronpa games. So obviously I have those. I don't know if I want to stream those for Streamers for Dreamers, though, particularly because, you know, killing kids, not very topical. However, I do have those, so at some point after Streamers for Dreamers, I think I'll stream these. However, another sale that did happen was the fucking Enigma Machine trilogy. So for those that do not know, the people that are working on Tolt, the guy that's working on Tolt, this game that I'm obsessed with, I want Tolt to come out so fucking bad. This series was on sale, or the series that Enigma Studios was working on before was on sale for Irish game dev, Irish game dev, whatever. Games from Ireland. That's it. The horse thing? Yes, the horse thing that we played. The guy that's working on Tolt is Tolt is his next project. The previous thing that he worked on was called the Enigma Trilogy, which is a trilogy of small horror games which consist of the Enigma Machine, the first game Mothered, and Echostasis. Getting me with my ridiculous horse humor? Eventually. Oh my god, that's gonna be so fun. But the Enigma Trilogy was on sale, and so now I have it. And I have all the games installed. So these might be good to see. Yeah, they're just these might be fun to stream at some point because I'm terrible at horror games, and they are all horror games, and apparently they progressively get more complicated as they go. Because like I know the Enigma machine has like takes like an hour to complete, and then like Mother takes like a couple, and then Ecosis is a pretty big work for an indie horror game. I remember for that playthrough, is my ribs hurting? Yeah, no. Because it's a dumbass fucking game, but it's also, yeah, it's, this is why I'm so excited for Tolt to come out, because like, it's a horror game, it's really interesting, but also it's funny as shit. No, actually, let me point out, so, I need to show you actually, let me show you this. So since we played it, Quinn, let me Tolt demo. The game has added limited time DLC for a demo for a single player narrative horse game. I think it was like the first one was an indie fair. Whatever you're thinking, Quinn, it's dumber because it's Tolt. Let me show you. I don't think you're gonna be able to hear it. Actually, I could probably just do this. Hold on. Okay. There we go. This is Tolt, by the way. If you have not seen this, Phantom, this is the game that I am fucking obsessed with right now. So, when you logged on during the Indie Games Fest, and then recently during the Games from Ireland, there was a hat right here that you could click on and collect, and then if you go over here, you could customize your horse. So you could customize the color of your horse, and then you can customize the mane style. Long, pompadour, frosted tips, none. Mane color. And then headwear. So you got clown hat, top hat, propeller cap, which was the first limited time thing, and then Ireland item. But the funniest part of this is, first of all, horse body, you can't customize. There's nothing here because you're a horse, right? But the funniest part about it is if I go confirm and I exit into the game, the hat, you can see it. This fucking game, dude. And I cannot stress this enough. This is a horror game. This is a pretty spooky game. Or at least it's maybe not horror is a good word for it, but like, it's unsettling. It's weird. This game is fucking weird. I cannot stress this enough. But there's just so if I go talk to Horace here, you can say fucking. Oh my god, I love this game. I'm so excited for the full game to come out. And Sequels is actually kind of anxiety-inducing. I know. It's so spooky, but also it's so funny. I'm so excited for this game purely because because of the fact that it balances that like anxiety so well with the humor. It's Horus. Hold on, I didn't unmute Genshin. There we go. It's Horus. It's our best friend Horus. Cause get it, horse. Okay. Oh, the girl one. Oh, I forget her name. But yeah, no, this game is dumb. I love it. I'm so excited for it to come out. The fact that he's been adding limited time DLC cosmetics to a single player game, I just can't get over it. I can't get over it. It's so funny. It's a horse game. Exactly. It's so dumb, and I love it. Okay, so anyways, sorry for getting sidetracked. What do we have to do?
Silly
Dude. We have these things to do. We finished the main quest, right? Okay. Should we do Varka quest? All right, have fun at the gym, Quinn. Thank you for popping in and saying hi. Have a great rest of your day. It's cool from a lore POV. To those who embark on the expedition. Remaining 2 days. Pretty good. I might as well just for the primos, like at this point, because like, what do I have in my bank? I got like jack shit, right? And 2,500 ain't bad, but I guess I might as well, right? And there's the other like event quests, I believe. We have these two. Talk to Lisa, talk to Kaya. I might do Kaya just for Kaya, right? You gotta remember the Kaya thing, right? Gotta update the doc with my lore this quest. Okay, I think I'm gonna do the Varka one just because of the lore. It has been so long since I've done a fucking since I've done a character quest, but we'll do it, I guess. It has been so fucking long since I've actually done this quest. Triumphant Warrior. Focus experience. Enable? Thank you. You know, it's... I cannot remember the last time I actually unironically did a character quest. Well, actually, hold on. Can I go to, like, the story quest? Yeah. What was the last one I actually did? So I've done Klee, Jean, Venti, Mona, Zhongli, Tartaglia, Ganyi, Elbeta, Xiao, Hu Tao, obviously. Eula, Shogun, Kokomi. I did Kokomi? Really? Okay. Ito, Miko, Ayato, I remember doing Yelan, Nahida, Farina, Arlecchino, Chlorine, and Skirk. Skirk is the last one I did. I have this one unlocked. I've been wanting to do Nilu's because I do like Nilu as a character, but I just haven't gotten around to it. This character I keep forgetting exists. I keep forgetting Mizuki exists. Okay, so where are we going? View letter. To Xiaojing. Hey, a long time no see, my friend. What's that? You say we just met recently? For a heart that always misses its friends, every second feels like an eternity. And After such a grand adventure in Nodcry, you must have gathered quite a few stories along the way, yes? Are you perhaps looking for an old friend to talk to? Do you happen to need a bard, one who can turn your tables to verse? Turn your tables? Turn your tails to verse. If so, come and catch up with me at Starsnatch Cliff. The wine is poured and the strings are already tuned.
Oh, it's from the Tone Deaf Bard.
Like how Varka's quest opens with Venti.
He wants to hear all about our adventures in Nodcry. Maybe we can get some tasty treats out of him in return. Come on, let's go to Starsnatch Cliff.
Dude, that pigeon just did not give a shit there for a bit. Okay, do Starsnatch Cliff. The most inconvenient place to travel to. Okay. Starsnatch Cliff is probably in my like top 5 least inconvenient place or most inconvenient places to travel to in Genshin. Because it's very vertical and there's no convenient teleport point to get actually to the top. It's terrible. I think like this, and before you could teleport directly to Boreas, it was Boreas. Starsnatch Cliff, and before, like prior to being able to just teleport directly to Boreas, it would have been that. That I remember those days. Once upon a time, before you could actually just teleport directly to Boreas, you had to walk there. They said there were like discussions about like what's the most efficient way of traveling to Boreas. Because you had this TP and then this TP, which are like as the crow flies is shorter, but you have to climb over. So like, what's the quicker way? Oh yeah, no, in the statue. I forgot about that actually. So yeah, the statue is efficient, but I also think the one bot right behind it is most efficient if you have the right characters and like set up and like eat stamina foods or whatever. Like if you're really on a hike, I guess, or if you really need to do Boreas like really fast, I guess. It's technically faster.
Welcome back, old friend. And how should I be addressing you these days? The honorary knight of Mondstadt? The Tumaini of Natlan? Or the great hero of Nodcry?
Just call me Ether.
Well, you sure have your finger on the pulse. We've barely caught our breath since Nodcry, but
It's been a couple weeks. That's enough time, right?
News travels fast on the wind. But before I can turn your tales into tunes, I need to hear them from the horse's mouth.
Speaking of horses. Haunts.
My wine and my lyre are at the ready. So please, traveler, take a seat and tell me your tale.
I love them. I'm obsessed with Tolt. Dude, you bet your asses when Tolt comes out, I'm making a video on that fucking game. Tell Venti everything that happened. Yeah, where are the horses, Oyo? You're using them in figures of speech, therefore they must exist.
And the doctor? Truly a tale for the ages. So I'm guessing the wild hunt is a thing of the past now that you've defeated the Rehir of Solnari.
Seems
I think
that way.
technically,
We were kind of focused on dealing with the
yeah,
doctor,
exactly.
though.
Zubai exists. Like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Also, the new moon is so weird. I still caught me off guard. I was like, what the fuck is up with the moon? I'm like getting local 58 flashbacks. There are still some vestiges of the Wild Hunt around, but not enough to pose a major
Well,
threat.
that's good to hear. Hey, now that the Northern Abyss calamity is finally resolved, Varka must be getting ready for the triumphant return of his expedition, right? I haven't seen him in the longest time. He must have so many stories to share.
Oh. was gonna ask, you two have really met before?
Hooray! Paimon was wondering about that too. He did call you Barbados, but weren't you still fast asleep back when he was in Mondstadt?
Let's call it half asleep. I was resting my eyes in the Thousand Winds Temple one day when I heard a commotion outside.
Okay, that's an interesting turn of phrase. The idea of like being half asleep, resting my eyes. Okay, weird.
It was a young knight who had journeyed there in search of trials and
He's so
oracles after
badass,
hearing
dude.
some tall tales at the local tavern.
His two big ass swords. Cloud, eat your heart out.
In fact, all that awaited him were moss-covered walls and an angry ruin guard. But he seemed completely unfazed, laughing heartily as he sent the ruin guard's missiles flying off into the horizons.
Alright, sounds good, fandom. Have fun with the rest of your D&D game.
They must have been making quite a racket if it was enough to wake up the tone-deaf bard.
Yeah, it sounded kinda like...
Hey! Is that all you've got? Oh, bring it on!
like that.
Oh, who the fuck are
Giving
you?
up already? You're not half as tough as Vargas said.
Genuinely, who the fuck are you?
A young knight of Favonius trekking out to the Thousand Winds Temple in search of adventure. Now there's a sight I haven't seen in a while.
A bard in green clothes. Does this mean... Oh, you're Venti?
I kind of love him already.
I was just wondering how I was gonna track you down.
Oh, so you were looking for the tone-deaf bard? Strange place to start your search.
I've tried the angel share.
Hold on. Blonde hair, white hair. You must be the honorary knight. And Paimon! The Grand Master talks about you all the time.
I love him already. I love this man.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lowen, Vice Captain of the 5th Company of the Knights of Favonius and a member of the Expeditionary Force. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Hello, Owen. The eyes are interesting.
Oh, so you're part of the expedition, huh? Right. So that's why Paimon's never seen you around in Mondstadt.
He is a filler character if I've ever seen one, but he's still fun. I like
Saw
him.
you in Nodcry either.
That's probably because when the Wild Hunt was still running rampant, I spent most of my time out on my own, making mincemeat out of monsters. I barely went back to base at all.
Oh, so you're one of those people. Have you ever heard, like, of following your orders? Dude, you're wearing a corset. This man's a slut. Sorry.
Then, once the Wild Hunt calmed down, I got sent back to Mondstadt. Mixed blessing, if you ask me.
I shouldn't be saying those things.
Sounds like I missed out on
sorry.
serious action.
No wonder we never saw you while we were dealing with the doctor. So, why did Vargas send you back?
Don't tell me he sent you
Deliver
to...
some letters.
Ah, okay. In 19th century Russia, we write letters,
There's
we
one for
write
the Knights of
letters.
Favonius, one for the church, another for the Dawn Winery, at least 10 of them in total.
Long is so intriguing. He is so far really interesting.
Jeez, how many people has he sent to deliver his mail now? Mika, Inefa, Lowen. He should just hire a full-time mailman already. In fact, he's earned himself a new nickname. Let's go with Sir Writes-A-Lot.
Which is an interesting nickname for a man that specifically does not like writing and does not like paperwork.
I'll have you know that poetry and letters were humanity's earliest means of expressing their thoughts.
In 19th century Russia, we write letters,
So,
we
tone deaf
write
or not,
letters.
I wear the title of Bard with pride. And I consider Sir Writes-A-Lot to be quite a compliment.
Yeah.
Wait, really? Darn it! Maybe Paimon should come up with some harder-hitting nicknames for these two.
Anyway, since this young man has come all the way to the Thousand Winds Temple looking for me, I assume he must have a letter for me too. Am I right?
You sure are. To use the Grand Master's own words.
This one is for the bard in green clothes. These days, I think he goes by Venti. Doesn't really have an address as such. You could start by asking around in Mondstadt, or maybe try your luck at the Thousand Winds Temple.
I figured that since there was this punching bag here, oh, sorry, ruined
Punching
card,
bag,
I could get
okay.
some practice in while I was at it. So, I came right here the second I got back to Mondstadt.
That Varker is so slapdash sometimes.
Whoever his
Nothing
VA is
nearby.
killing it. So what does the letter say?
Oh, he also said to remind you to write back.
Nothing in particular. Just some idle chatter between
Yeah,
two drinking
bullshit.
buddies. But if I'm supposed to write back this time, I'll need some time to mull over my response.
Nick Wolford? What the fuck? It's Finn Wolford's brother? Excuse me. No way. I didn't even know he was a voice actor. That's wild if true, actually. That's genuinely wild.
Verka gave
No
you a whole
wonder he's
bunch
so
of letters
good.
to deliver, right? Maybe you can head into Mondstadt and deliver the rest of them first?
My thoughts exactly. Assuming I can find the way. Hopefully the roads haven't changed too much since the pre-expedition days.
Well, why don't we have Mondstadt's honorary knight escort this homeward-bound wanderer to the city? I'm sure some of the recipients of Varka's letters will turn out to be old friends of yours, too.
I have no objections.
Thank you so much, Honorary Knight. And you, Miss Guide.
Okay, what?
The Abyss. The Wild Hunt.
Oh.
Andreas.
Oh, that's a name we haven't heard in a bit.
Get home safe, Varka.
Why do my ears feel so hot all of a sudden? Is someone talking about me?
Yeah, okay. Okay, what's so interesting? A cultural thing here.
Surely there's no way anyone found the secret stash of cash in my office. That would be terrible.
Okay, so in English, in Western, like at least when I grew up, we never had that like. We never had any like turn of phrase or superstition about like, oh, that's how you know somebody's talking about you behind your back or whatever. Like I didn't know about any of those until I got like significantly older and started learning Chinese, right? Where like my Chinese professor would talk about like if somebody is talking behind your back, like if you sneeze, that's a sign that somebody's talking behind your back or something. And I was like, maybe it's just like my generation and how we grew up, but we didn't have any of those. It's just an interesting thing that I've noticed.
Grandmaster, bad time to get distracted.
Watch out! Enemies approaching!
Okay.
Oh, it's just a few stragglers. They're no real threat to us.
Last Kids on Earth from Netflix. So he has done a little bit more. He's in Date Everything, so I mean that's interesting. He's in Fire Emblem Engage. He's in Goodbye Donglese. He's Toto from Goodbye Donglese. I still want to watch that movie at some point. Yeah, he plays Alfred in Fire Emblem. He plays just a handful of things. Yeah, he's in Last Kids on Earth. He's in Smiling Friends. Rest in peace. He's in World Trigger. He plays some background ponies in My Little Pony. Not the biggest thing. Not the biggest, like. He has also some like in-person stuff. He was in Once Human. Star Brighter Than the Sun, apparently he's in coming up. He's in a Starship Troopers show? Or game? It was a game. Well, who the fuck cares about Starship Troopers in 2024? What the fuck? Okay. Oh yes, my beloved fucking IP from famed author Robert A. Heinlein, who wrote Starship Troopers to criticize the people that didn't want to nuke people.
This expedition is almost over. We just need to deal with these final few targets, and then we will make our triumphant return!
Okay, I will admit Varka's a fun character. I will admit Varka's a fun
Without the
character.
ratio of Sonari to direct them, it seems like all that's left is their primal urge to destroy.
And again, that isn't to judge Nick Wolford. That's like, you know, you gotta take the jobs that you gotta take. But like, it's more me like, who the fuck cares about Starship? It's like if you made a game about Atlas Shrugged in 2024. Like, who the fuck?
If this is all that
Like, it's the
Wildland can
same
muster now,
concept.
surely the Lightkeepers of Nodcry will be able to deal with what's left.
Just like I thought. What we should be wary of now is...
Grandmaster, based on Lightkeeper intel and our own reconnaissance, one of the suspected targets should be just up ahead.
Good. You know the drill. Stay here and stand
Dirt.
guard. Leave the rest to me.
Yes, Grandmaster.
John Dirt. Yes, Grandmaster. Yippee. Wolf? Spirit thingy? The tail?
We meet again, Andreas.
It looks like Huohuo's tail. If anything.
So, you've returned from Mondstadt. Don't you want to see what it looks like now?
Me when I get poisoned in a train game. Sorry, I need to.
Perhaps you could be my guide.
I'm perfectly normal.
What's this? An echo from 1,000 years ago? Everything seems normal so far. Here's hoping I'm just overthinking things. There are 2 other places to check. Maybe this will all go smoothly after all.
It's funny how his name is Wolford and his character appears for the first time in Dispossession. Yeah, no, it's the only way that could be even more perfect if his name was Nick Wolford and he voiced Andreas or Boreas or something. Like, that's the only way it could get even more perfect than it already is.
It's your turn, my friend. Come, Andreas!
Da-da-da-da-da.
Although, for returning to your old home, perhaps Andreas is a little too ostentatious. Might be better to go by
Boreas.
Okay.
Huh?
Injustice. Corruption. Iniquity.
Is the surface world still as wretched and foul as
Is
ever?
iniquity the opposite of equity? No, it is immoral or grossly unfair behavior. Does this have the same root? Yes, it does. Okay, so it is. It is literally just the opposite of equity. Equity. You've got as the same Latin root of Aquies, and then iniquus, iniquitas to iniquite to iniquity. Okay, interesting. I love etymology.
Heir to the knighthood of Boreas.
Looks like I'm not getting out of this without a fight.
Can I just say, this looks... I'm getting Evil Sonic OC vibes from this. From this Boreas design. I'm getting such Evil Sonic OC vibes from those. Okay.
That's where things stand with the expedition. The victors will be returning home soon, so make sure to stock up on wine for the celebrations. P.S. I hope everyone's keeping up with their daily training. I'll be testing you all when I get back to make sure no one's regressed.
Maybe one of these days, maybe soon, Noelle gets to actually be an actual knight. Girlie deserves it. Come on, make her a knight.
P.P.S. I wrote individual letters for each and every one of you. Don't forget to write back.
That's all.
Everyone gets one? Wow! Sir Writes a Lot is really living up to his name.
I guess the Grand Master must have something specific to say to each of us. Even I got a letter, and I'm not a real knight yet.
Yet. She deserves it. If anybody here deserves it, it's Noelle.
Jean? Oh, yes. That's our Grandmaster for you.
By the way, anyone know where I can find the cavalry captain? I have a letter for him as well.
Kaya mentioned?
You mean Kaya? He said he was meeting a friend from the church at the Angel Share.
Because of course he does.
Allegedly for work. Said he was
Allegedly.
exchanging intel. But I'd say there's a 50-50 chance he's just there for a drink.
Angel Share. Intelligence from the Church of Favonius?
I'm on Beth, there'll be lots of familiar faces there. How about we deliver Kaya's letter? And these other two as well!
Really? Oh, that would be a great help, thank you.
Our thanks to you too, Lowen. The other knights will help distribute the remaining letters. You've had a long journey. Please go get some rest.
Great, but I won't be resting just yet. I have one last letter to deliver to Wolvendom. This one, I was planning on delivering personally.
Don't get eaten.
I heard that another challenger recently passed Boreas' trial. Well, with any luck, that wolf might be willing to reveal himself to me, too.
Very well, but please remember to show respect to the local wolves.
I will. Goodbye.
I love this man. I don't know what it is about him. I will. Goodbye. Such a little gremlin. Clearly something is bothering Jean. I should talk to her before going to the Angel Share. Yo, Jean. Was good. Was poppin'. Up we go. Ooh, let's talk to other people. Hello, Noelle.
Grandmaster offered lots of advice in his letter regarding my recent assessments. I didn't think he'd spare a thought for that kind of thing in the middle of an expedition. So,
It's so weird to me how much Noelle is like... Because, do you guys remember Noelle's hangout quest?
he
wants to test me to see if my skills have regressed?
Like, it's the
I
most
still haven't forgotten
aggressive.
how he went easy on me last time.
It's the most aggressive, like, waifu bait shit ever. And, like, of all characters, you choose Noelle for that.
I'm assuming you must have seen him going all out
Like,
before.
huh?
When the time comes, you'd better keep an eye on him for me.
Such a weird choice. Like, the only reason I can think of for that is, like, shy and bashful girl, I guess. I don't know. It's very weird. It's really, really, really strange. Hello, Lisa.
Ah, the Grand Master. The archives are filled with documents awaiting his review. I'm not letting him run off again until he's finished dealing with every last one. On
Hell
another
yeah.
note, have you spoken to Jean?
I'm working on it. Shut it.
Please be quiet within the premises and refrain from making a racket.
Shut up. Your name is dumb. Okay. Why would-
Okay, we'll deliver these letters to the Adventurers Guild and the Cat's Tail. You can just handle the ones for the Angel share.
The expedition is finally wrapping up. Oh, I hope the maps I made on our way there are good enough to get them safely home.
He sat and like I can't get after I made that connection to SAO Bridge, I can't get it out of my head. The fact that he just sounds like fucking Nagata.
The Grand Master wrote in his letter that the Boom Blossom bombs we sent worked really well. He wants to know if we've made any more.
That fucking squeaky ass yay. Okay, I'll be honest. I forgot how good the Mondstadt cast is until this
Honorary
entire
Knight,
patch happened.
You're still here?
Until this whole patch happened, I completely forgot how good this cast is. I'll be setting up shortly, but it seems like there's something on your mind.
Is it that obvious?
Yeah.
Huh? But Vark is coming back. The situation in Nokrai is stable. Surely things are looking up.
True. From what you and Lowen have told me, the expedition has indeed accomplished its strategic objectives. It seems that Mondstadt no longer faces any threat from the perils of the North, be they the Wild Hunt or the Doctor.
Put an asterisk on the mention of the Doctor there.
And yet,
I'm not
for some
convinced
reason,
he's dead.
I can't help but recall something the Grandmaster
I
said
hope
to
he
me
is, but I'm
before he
not
left.
entirely convinced.
If I don't make it back from this expedition, you'll have to assume the mantle of Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius. If it comes to that, remember to train the next Knight of Boreas in my stead. I've planted some promising seeds in Mondstadt, but they still need time to grow. Some have yet to master the art of social interaction. Some don't yet understand that they too need protecting. And some, well, some might not even want to be a knight yet.
Noelle. Eula? Oh, Razor. That makes sense.
What's wrong? Well, there's no need to frown. I'm going on an expedition, not marching to my death. This is all just a contingency plan in the event that I'm unable to return. Until I return, I leave them in your care.
The lineage of the Knights of Boreas has nearly been extinguished twice in Mondstadt's history.
It's so interesting that he chooses Razor as one of them too.
The first wandering knight to claim the title arrived in Mondstadt 1,000 years ago, along with his wolf companion. He was as free as the wind. He left no succession plan behind. Even his name was lost to history. The title of Boreas could have disappeared from Mondstadt just as he did, but he had an informal disciple, a knight named Ravenwood who admired the Knight of Boreas greatly. Ravenwood's valor and swordsmanship earned him the wolf spirit's recognition.
I can't think of Ravenwood without thinking of fucking Wizard 101. I'm sorry.
When the old aristocracy tried to regain power, Ravenwood came once more to Mondstadt's defense. From then on, the title of Knight of Boreas was passed down from generation to generation within the Knights of Havon.
Wolf spirit? You mean that big blue wolf in Wolfenden?
Correct. As you may already know, the Wolf of the North is the surviving spirit of an ancient god, and the Knight of Boreas serves as an intermediary between him and humanity. Lupus Boreas, who had never known what it meant to love, came to understand it through the journey with his human companion. In the end, he chose to allow his power to become one with the land.
Okay. I didn't realize how much of a parallel that was to us.
This was once a well-known tale in Mondstadt, but these days, few people are aware that the starting point of the Wolf King's journey was not Mondstadt, but Nodcry.
What the fuck are the parallels to us, dude? What? Okay.
Huh?
Could it be?
The great Wolf King of the North came here from Nodcry. Although he doesn't like to speak of his past. In fact, he rarely shows himself to people at all nowadays. As such, this tale can only be found deep within the Knights of Favonius library. Even among the Knights of Favonius, few are aware of it.
Maybe it's, drumroll please, 6 pygmies? Sorry.
The Grand Master didn't disclose any concrete objectives before departing on his expedition. I couldn't help but wonder whether it might somehow be related to Nodcry's Wolf of the North.
I need to reread 6 pygmies. I haven't read it in a minute.
I kept my speculations to myself, however. Sharing them would only spread unwarranted suspicion toward the Four Winds among the people of Mondstadt. You experienced the turmoil caused by Duval and the East Wind's actions for yourself. Surely you can understand my concern?
No wonder Varga wasn't clear about his motives. Is that what he was worried about?
Very possibly. He was probably also reserving judgment. Having heard about your experiences in Nodcry, I now suspect that the Grand Master hadn't yet ascertained the true identity of our enemy at that time. And as it turns out, the Calamity born in the north wasn't an ancient god, but rather the Wild Hunt and the Doctor. I guess we were both jumping to conclusions.
I mean, it's a fair assumption to make. Well, always better to be overprepared than caught off guard. Facing the worst case scenario with no backup plan would have been far worse. Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
I completely agree. The tide can turn rapidly in times of battle. It's a leader's responsibility to prepare for every possible contingency.
It's better to be proactive than anything else.
Even if his contingency plan never needs to be put into action, I'm sure the Grand Master is relieved to know that it's in place.
Leave the Knights of Favonius headquarters. Real quick, before we do that, I'm going to run to the bathroom real fast. It'll give me just a couple of seconds. Okay, we're back. Give us. Let's go. I need to stop the music. Thank you. Oh. Beep. Let's
Into a
go.
pretty long conversation, huh? We should probably go deliver those letters to the Angels share now.
Let's. We shall, we shall. I keep forgetting Golembina has the really pretty sprint and jump animation, so like, and just running, so I just need to I keep forgetting just to run around with her.
When you're mixing drinks in hot weather, start by pouring in cold water and add ice cubes. Then drain out the water before adding the other ingredients. How's that for a secret recipe? Maybe it's worth a little intel in return.
Okay, so you put that would melt the ice though. Wouldn't you want to put more ice in? Because the warm water would, because you know and like the. I'm not sure about, because like okay, I get the idea of like chilling the glass, but like couldn't you just like, you know, chill the glass? You have ice there. Like what are you doing?
Please. I've known that little trick for a good 10 years at least. You'll have to offer something a little more substantial if you're serious about trading.
I know there's no one else in the tavern right now, but do you two really need to talk so loudly? Especially if you're supposed to be exchanging confidential information.
Kaya! Rosaria! D-Luke! I knew we'd find you here.
The most sassy trio of people in the fucking game are all here.
Looks like it's about to get even noisier.
Thanks, D-Luke.
A little liveliness never killed anyone. Traveler, Paimon, what brings you our way?
I have a letter for each of you. Deliver Varka's letters to their recipient.
Please allow me to once again express my sincere condolences regarding your late father.
Howdy,
and
Nix,
the
welcome in.
incident with Eric. We make absolutely no excuse for his crimes. I hope you will give some serious consideration to the question I asked you before I left, though I'm sure you're tired of hearing me ask by now. The Knights of Favonius will always welcome you.
From the look on your face, I'm guessing the Grand Master is still refusing to drop it?
He nags like an old man. It's hardly surprising.
Huh? Drop what? What's this about?
Shut up, Paimon.
Nothing, really. Before leaving on the expedition, Varka came here to chat with me over a drink. I failed to avoid him.
Oh.
He, asked me if I'd consider rejoining the Knights of Favonius, and I declined. He expressed his regret about everything that happened, and asked me to reconsider. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, right. Sounds like you skipped a lot of details. There's clearly more to it.
Whatever details I chose to omit are in the past. Dragging them back up now serves no purpose.
You say that now, but back then, you couldn't let it go. You and the Knights of Favonius were constantly at odds.
I will say, D-Luke's design, like, D-Luke's model obviously is really old, but I still love his coat. I think his coat is sick as shit. I would love his coat.
I wasn't seeing the full picture. I've had a lot of time to reflect since then.
Like, the design of his clothes are awesome and still hold up. It's just, the model of his head and his hair suck.
But my answer remains unchanged. I'm not rejoining the Knights of Favonius. Both the Grandmaster and the acting Grandmaster are too upright and honorable.
And you're too obsessed with vigilante
They can't
justice,
see
I
the
guess.
shadows that lurk beneath them due to the size of the organization they lead. They need someone on the outside to keep watch vigilantly.
A vigilant vigilante.
If I had a Mora for every time I've heard you repeat that argument. I actually don't disagree with the first part of what you said. But don't you think someone can keep tabs on things from the inside?
Yeah, I still love his design. It's just his face is just so dated, so bad. I love I love how like, yeah, the shape and all like the details of his clothes are still awesome. I just think they need to take what they have and remake it with their modern tech, and it like D-League would be awesome. D-League is a great early game 5-star. Like he would hold up if he was like, yeah, I don't know. Just had a little bit of
When you join
polish,
an
exactly.
organization, you're bound by its rules, no matter how free it may seem on the surface.
You think so? Never mind the Knights. Have you honestly ever been bound by the rules of the church?
Good question. Have you considered that maybe that's why I chose to join the church and not the Knights to begin with?
Are they arguing or not? It's kind of hard to tell.
They're not arguing. They just have different ways of protecting those around them. I mean, yeah, it's not an argument. It's just like a genuine discussion.
Oh, kind of like the contingencies Jean was talking about. The more ways they have to protect their home.
I wonder if this is exactly what Varka was hoping for. To get them talking to each other. Varka knows how to engineer people. To get them talking to each other.
What should I report back to the Grand Master on? Let me think.
Always being compared to the new characters because their model of the trailer was so hilarious. I mean, okay. To compare them to new models, obviously, is a little unfair because, you know, the Ragnar Bros were made back before they even knew that this game was going to be big, and before they had any sort of budget. But like, it just makes me sad that they kind of been left in the dust. Howdy Hez, welcome in, personal data, hell yeah.
Public order inside the city, monster activity in the wild. Oh, and a review of the latest vintages.
Although Kyle holds up, I
think I'll leave it
he
at
just needs
that.
darker skin, it'll be fine. Like, Kaya's design holds up generally, his hair and like, I just think honestly, the fact that he has slightly darker skin is serving him a lot. He's doing a lot for him right now. And kind of keeping him, which is crazy. It's almost like dark skin is like good and stuff. But like it's doing him a lot of favors to kind of pull him away from being so dated, and his clothes obviously suck really hard. Like his clothing design is good. And his hair is, I mean, it has enough texture because of the extra colors and whatnot. D-League just looks like shit. Like, D-League's face he's just so pale that there's just like no, he's just so pale, and his hair just needs to be floofier to add like, to match the depth and shape of his coat, I think.
My reply won't be a long one, as usual. I'm sure Varka won't be surprised.
Okay, thank you, D-League. Where the fuck did Rosaria go? Did she go up? She did. Why'd you go up, girly? What?
If you hadn't had to deliver that guy's mail, you wouldn't have been subjected to all this tedious arguing. When I write back, I'll tell him to quit making trouble for other people.
It's no trouble. Lowen did most of the work. We just volunteered to do the last leg of the journey. Mostly so we could come say hello.
Besides, I wouldn't really call that an argument. You just had different ideas on how to protect Mondstadt. Insert that bit of John Marco Soriasi, and like, that's the healthiest argument I had ever seen.
So you see what's really going on here? All three of us fell for that old rascal's scheme far too readily.
Huh? Scheme? What do you mean? Was Varka lying in his letters then?
No, While I'm sure Varka knows full well that Diluc would never agree to rejoin the Knights, I believe the sentiments he expressed were genuine, as was his offer to welcome Diluc back. There are people like Kaya and I, and then there are those who are true champions of justice to the core. Those people are the most susceptible to being driven to extremes by great upheaval. It's happened in Mondstadt before. Not only that, but it happened to a Knight of Boreas. That'll really hit home for Varka. And that's why his nagging is even more persistent than usual.
Champion have just been driven to extremes. You're saying that happened to a Knight of Boreas?
Yeah. So no one's told you this before? The lineage of the Knights of Boreas had nearly been extinguished twice in history.
Yeah, we know.
The first was at its inception.
Oh! Wasn't Jean telling us about this?
I happened to hear about it from Varka once when he was drinking and started yammering on. The second crisis in the Knights of Boreas.
Because of fucking course it was.
It was 500 years ago.
Of course it was. Of course it was 500 years ago.
Although
What
the
didn't
Knights of
happen 500
Boreas are
years
meant
ago?
to be intermediaries between humans and wolves, in practice, very few of them have been truly recognized by Lupus Boreas over the past millennium.
That tracks.
Of those who have, the
That guy's
best known
bitchy.
are the first Knight of Boreas, Ravenwood, the wolf pup Rostam, and Varka himself.
Okay. I mean, if one of the knights that was actually recognized by Boreas was literally called the Wolf Pup, it makes sense that Varka is like, yeah, no, Razor probably would work.
But 500 years ago, there was one who earned the respect of Boreas even before gaining the title. He was a disciple of Rostam. They thought he would become the mightiest knight of Boreas who ever lived.
Yeah, she's talking with a lot of force. I think it's probably just a direction thing.
He was the perfect knight. Righteous, principled. His name was Roland, the blood-stained knight.
The Headless Thompson Gunner? Oh, sorry. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Thank you for making me read Bloodstained Knight, Phantom. Roland the Headless Thompson Gunner. Such an obscure fucking poll, sorry.
Yikes! Bloodstained Knight? That sounds a little ominous.
Well, apparently his original title was the White Knight. But he lost countless comrades during the Abyssal Calamity 500 years ago, including his tutor and mentor, Rostam. The endless bloodshed stained his sword and armor a crimson as deep as black, transforming the White Knight into the Blood-Stained Knight. After that, he threw himself completely into battling monsters, leaving Mondstadt and the Knights of Favonius behind. To this day, no one knows his final whereabouts.
Probably dead, all things considered.
It's hard
I mean,
to say
no,
whether
never mind,
the
it's
loss
Genshin.
of an important figure in his life is what drove him to the point of
It sounds like
obsession,
she's lecturing to
or
like a
whether he
lecture
was
hall
already
instead
too
of
far
having a
gone to
conversation
say.
with somebody right in front of her. I think that's why it sounds so off. It sounds like she's lecturing instead of having a conversation, which again is probably just like a direction fault.
But had he known that the Knights of Favonius would always welcome him back, perhaps things would have turned out differently. So if you want my opinion, the reason why Varka keeps asking Diluc to rejoin, despite knowing that he'll never say yes, is to let him know you're not alone.
You're not alone. Even when the sun comes crashing through.
After all these years, he's still as persistent as ever. Just like how he used to be with me.
Huh. Turns out Varka's a lot more thoughtful than he lets on. Paimon had the wrong idea about him.
He's everybody's dad.
Anyway,
He's great. We love him.
There's still something
We
about
love
this
Varka.
whole Boreas business that Paimon isn't really getting. Wasn't Andreas a god in Mondstadt thousands of years in the past? If so, why did Jean say that Boreas and the Wandering Knight only arrived here just 1,000 years ago? Plus, Paimon's super curious about what happened to Roland.
Dude, what's up with the whole horses thing in this quest? What the fuck? Hoya's just playing with us at this point.
Said he hasn't been showing himself much lately, but he always seems happy to oblige whenever you show up. Let's go!
Let's go. They've seen the memes. They know. Oh. What the fuck is happening here?
What's going on here? Was Wolfendom always like this?
No.
Paimon has a wild hunt! What are they doing here? Watch out!
What the fuck? Okay, yeah, no, that's new.
Fitter pill to swallow.
Surge. Go! Higher, higher, hands on fire! Now you shall perish! There is no escape! 3 moons converge.
Okay, let's do a little bit of
side effects.
fighting here.
Inazuma shines eternal!
Because the Wild Hunt, I actually have to like think about my reactions here.
Illusion shattered!
Actually having to play around elemental reactions? No way, dude. Couldn't be me.
There is no escape!
Oh, don't do that, please. Thank you.
Time to go! Shine down!
There we go. It's a really strange fight.
Are you alright?
They just pinned me to the wall there. Stay like there's still something nearby.
What now?
Hi, Lowen. What are you doing, my dude?
You scared Paimon stiff! She thought you were...
Stop right there. Answer me this. The 2 letters I gave you, who are they for?
2 letters? Wasn't it 3?
There were 3, Kaya, Diluc, and Rosaria.
Okay. Well, Paimon's coolest naive expression doesn't appear to be an act.
Yeah, no, she's just dumb.
Hey! What are you trying to say? Wait. What are you trying to say, huh? Huh?
He's saying you passed the test.
Paimon passed a test? Really? Huh? She didn't even realize she was taking one!
She's like, I got an award?
You may dispense with your suspicions. The Wolfpack has borne witness. They fought against the aberrations that encroached upon this land. And our attackers showed no ability to disguise themselves this time. Ah, a familiar scent. Come. I will await you at the usual grounds.
Well, if the boss of Wolfendom has
She's
vouched
so
for you,
stupid.
I guess I should apologize for doubting you just now.
We love Paimon. Always pays to remain vigilant.
Sure was. Fortunately, my experience in Nodcry didn't go to waste. Turns out the Wild Hunt all feel the same when you stab them. They didn't stand a chance.
When you stab them.
Something seems wrong with that old wolf, though. Go on. You should check on him.
I love whatever's wrong with it. Dude, that's exactly how I feel about Lowen. Like, that's a perfect way of putting it, Ozzy. I love whatever's wrong with him. Oh, Razor. Princess Mononoke ass.
Lupus Boreas, not injured. Why so weak? Am I not strong enough?
You are not to blame. With your Iron Claw, you successfully blocked their attacks. However, their assault went beyond the mere physical world. They followed my trail from the distant north across the ley lines. They sought to corrupt the territory I protect. But I shall not let them succeed without a fight.
Low next trial would be a fun conversation because it would evolve into a fight within 10 seconds. It would, yeah. Matching each other's freak. Well, still, yeah. Boreas actually still has a really nice design. Like the more we spend time in Mondstadt, it's like, okay, yeah, the game has aged, but it holds up still pretty well since 2020.
We meet again, human Lupical.
So, are you saying that the wild hunt we just got attacked by came all the way from Nodcry to Mondstadt? How is that even possible?
As you know, I stand before you as an incomplete being. I am but one remnant of the god Andreas' soul, the source of this turmoil.
Dude, we've dealt with it though. It's just like lingering.
Lies in the north.
It's like a lingering illness, like I have.
It is the part of me that remains in Nodcry, from whence I came.
Oh. Okay. So that's why he's called the Wolf of the North, even though he is in the West. Is because he literally came from Nodcry, so he literally came from the North. That makes sense.
Huh?
Even though it's not really the North, it's like the Northeast, the Northwest.
Confused. How can you be in two places at once?
Are all gods like this? Do you all split yourselves you split yourselves into multiple parts?
For many gods, housing a
Oh, hi,
part of their
Venti.
soul within an object is no difficult feat. But those who can perform such delicate partitions as this are rare, even among the gods.
You can actually find that out by into exploring Nodcry? Oh, well, guess what I haven't done. Okay, so gods are capable of making phylacteries. Sure.
The Wolf King, Andreas, was particularly adept in this art. Otherwise, no remnants of his soul would have survived till the present day.
Venti, I must tell you lore. Please do, Venti. Please, please, please. Pull in Nicole. Go all, like, hyperfixation yap on us. Please. Okay, so... the soul would have survived till the present day. Okay. Goba did that too? I believe so? Yes. Yes.
Huh? The bard's back?
Just go with the flow, Loa. Some weird shit's gonna happen in this entire sequence. Just chill. Like, just let it happen.
Maybe the god of Animo guided me here. For it appears that someone is in need of a tale from the distant past. And our wolf friend doesn't seem too keen on recounting it himself. Who better than a bard to do the honors? Lord Boreas, do I have your blessing to share this story?
As you wish.
In front of your time? Okay.
Lupus Boreas wandered the
Whoa.
frozen tundra and stumbled into the Sealy Hall. Enchanted by their song, tender as the dawn starlight, and curious about the ways of humankind, the wolf bade farewell to his home and set off for the city to the south.
Okay, so in pursuit of wind and shadow. Also the song. Oh, music start. You can find said hall. Okay. Interesting. Interesting that the Sealies are depicted as semi-human here. It's like some of them are wispy like what we see in here, but there's also some that are here that are like fully formed. And there's this one, which is presumably a Sealy too, since Lupus Boreas is depicted as like silver here, and then this person's gold with the rest of the Sealies. So like, possibly. The dawn starlight, curious about the ways of the humankind, wolf bade farewell to its home. Okay.
As the high tower crumbled and the fierce winds fell silent, Lupus Boreas, who once had hunted with the storm winds himself, looked within and inquired, was the shelter he provided for humanity really any different from that given by the reclusive king in his tower?
I can say 3. Yeah, just send the 3 readable items that explain this.
The wolf entrusted those under his protection to a new god and quietly returned to the frozen north. There, in a palace long since abandoned by its former master, the great wolf closed his eyes and slept.
Yeah, just send him a Genshin Gen. Okay, so the wolf to a new god and quietly returned to the frozen earth. This is whatever his name was. Storm Terror's lair. This is Storm Terror's lair. The fierce winds fell silent. This was whatever his name was. What was his name? I should know this. I'm forgetting my lore. I'm forgetting my Mondstadt lore. Good lord, hold on. What the fuck was his name? Arabian. That's it. Thank you. Next. Good lord. This is Arabian. I know what the storm looked within and inquired, was the shelter he provided for humanity really any different from that? Yeah, so this is him saying, yo, this is him denying and giving reason for not taking the Archon hood from Arabian, instead giving it to Venti. This is him saying, yo, I don't want to take this, I don't want to take Archon over Mondstadt. I don't want to become the Archon of the Winds of Animo because the shelter I provide for humanity wouldn't be any different from what Arabian did. That's interesting. That's a really, really, really interesting additional like perspective that we never got. The wolf entrusted those under his protection to a new god, this being Venti, and quietly returned to the frozen north. There, in a palace long since abandoned by his former master, the great wolf closed his eyes and slept.
500 bitter winters passed, then 500 equally frigid springs. He slumbered undisturbed until a night stumbled in from the cold, just as Lupus Boreas had once done at the Seelie Hall, and awoke him at long last.
And then this also mirrors how Varka woke up Venti.
The knight asked the wolf to join him on a journey south, to see once more the land that had all but faded from his memory. The gentle wolf, unwilling to refuse the human's earnest plea, split his soul into 2 halves and left his home once more.
It's interesting how these murals are depicting stuff. Okay. So 500 years after the Archon War. Whoa, we're getting timeline stuff. Okay. So Archon War ends. Boreas goes to sleep. 500 years pass, and then the first Boreas night happens. And brings Boreas back to, I'm assuming. Yeah, the first Boreas night finds Boreas and brings him back to Mondstadt. So that's the timeline there for when that happened. That's cool. Okay.
Seeing how the ice and snow had given way to verdant plains, hearing the laughter and song that now filled the once somber city, the aging Lupus Boreas turned to his friend, the god of Animo, and remarked,
Never mind, this is Venti?
"So, this is the world the humans dreamed of."
Okay, so there's a small issue here. Timeline-wise, it should kind of be 1,000 years. 1,000 years separated Vanessa. Because 1,000 years separate Vanessa and the Wandering Knight. Okay. What's the mural here depicting?
Though the knight's journey was not yet over, the wolf chose to bid farewell to his companion here. He had written the end to his story. What knowledge he had been gifted flowed into the land. Everything he was, he gave unto the world. Well, that's how a bard would tell the tale. Lord Boreas, is there anything you'd like to add?
So does that imply that the first Knight of Boreas was Venti? Or is the first Knight of Boreas different from his companion that brought Boreas back south? That had to have been the first Knight of Boreas, but then he also said to talk to his friend, the Animo Archon.
There is no need for you to ask that question.
So that's what happened. You returned to Mondstadt with that knight 1,000 years ago, and then...
Or were they different people? How that's written implies that they are one and the same.
You need not feel remorse on my account. That was my answer.
Right, seeing... Here we're seeing the picture of, yeah, the knight asks the wolf to join him, and then at some point he says, hearing the laughter and song that now found the once somber city, the aging Lupus Boreas turned to his friend, the Animo Archon, and the god of Animo, and remarked. So at some point, either these are the same people, or it just kind of leaves that shift of person. It's unclear, but that's interesting that they don't specify that.
If anyone should feel regret, it is the part of me who remained in Notcry. I fear Andreas has not found peace in his heart even to this day. That is surely why those vile aberrations were able to exploit his weakness, sowing the seeds of all the turbulence that has ensued.
But we followed Boreas' trail in Notcry. We investigated and discovered no signs of instability.
Andreas should still be slumbering by the lakeside. Perhaps all the recent turmoil in Notcry has had unforeseen consequences.
Okay, so complete side note right now. Last night was the first stream of Half-Life 2 VR, but this AI is self-aware. I've been waiting for this shit for years. And so my Blue Sky feed is just people talking about it. That's literally all it is right now. And so, like, you know, ADHD, I open my phone and I just like check like the top Blue Sky post. And it's this fucking clip of Gur just of him like being like, I have no fucking idea what happened to my hold on, let me pull up the clip. It was ridiculously funny. I cannot get over how just stupid this clip was. Hold on. Display capture. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
And you
I
can
just
probably
suit
go
is
from
just
there.
about ready.
All right,
suit.
I'm working on it. God damn it!
All right.
Jeez, fucking Jesus Christ! You can't good help good. Sorry, I'm having a stroke. You can't good. You can't.
I'll get good. I'll get good.
You can hear him break there.
I think I
on.
punched him too hard. I think. Oh shit.
You can't get. Holy shit!
I'm really
You can't
sorry.
Get good help these days.
I genuinely have no idea what happened to my brain here. Is fucking hilarious. Oh my god. I'm so excited for that shit to come out. That was so funny. Anyways, sorry.
And there's more. I detect another familiar scent from across the ley lines. A scent that reeks of blood.
Could it be Roland, the headless Thompson gunner?
Oh, the White Knight who became the Bloodstained Knight? The mightiest knight of Boreas? But wasn't he from 500 years ago? You think he's immortal or something?
I remember him as just a man. His lifespan should be no longer than any other of his kind. But before he severed his connection to Boreas, his final destination, it was the ancient kingdom of Conria.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
As you call it. Beyond that, I know not if he lived or died.
Yeah, no, that's not a very hard puzzle to solve right there. Conria, 500 years ago, he wears a mask. The logical leap isn't that big. Although interesting that he says Conria as you call it, so that it implies that there's a different name for Conria amongst the gods. Poison Andrews became the Notcry quest tells you his name, but the wolf keeps swapping. Yeah, no. It's this weird thing where like they technically refer to the same thing, but they're like different parts of the same person, so it's like weird. The captain? No, it's just the Bloodstained Knight. I mean, like the fact that we saw a physical model of the Bloodstained Knight, and he was wearing his mask, so it's like, okay, you were a guy that was evil, that lived, or not evil, but that was like legendary, that lived 500 years ago, and you're known for a specific mask that you wear. That is not a hard conclusion to make to answer why he might still be alive. He's a Gonrian he was caught in the punishment in Renova's punishment and curse, but he also wears a mask, so he kind of subverts the curse, because that's still a thing that happens that we don't fully understand, right? Like, yeah.
If you want to get to the bottom of this, I'm afraid you'll have to make another trip to Nodcry yourselves. As luck would have it, another old friend of ours just so happens to be free right now. If you ask him nicely, he might give you a lift. That could save you a lot of time on the road.
Dude, we can use teleport waypoints.
No wonder I can suddenly sense the east winds.
Devon, chill. You don't need to drive us. We can get there
Mondstadt
ourselves.
has been affected by the fallout, Nodcry must be in real trouble by now.
Varka.
I believe too many passengers would slow our dear friend down. I fear he only has room to carry one person, along with perhaps a diminutive companion.
Understand. Okay.
Alright, wish it could be me, but I accept that we should send our strongest warrior to fight Nodcry's battles. I'll stay here and deal with any wild hunt that try harassing Mondstadt. It'll be a good chance to try out some new moves.
Dude, he's so unhinged. I love him. I love Lowen so much.
Stay in Mondstadt too. With Traveler's help.
Razor, give me your iron.
Yippee. Ooh, fancy. Oh, okay, you're just oh, I thought you were gonna give it back to him.
Golden-haired traveler, give this token to the current. It is a wolf spirit. It contains my power and
The Dominator.
human hearts and flesh cannot bear the soul of a wolf directly. It would be akin to forcefully merging a human and a wolf into one being. They would descend into chaos. To prevent the entanglement of souls, the most I can do is temporarily house my power and thoughts within claws and fangs wrought of. Although, truth be told, that night does not
Or
lack
if Lowen
for
could have freaked
power.
Tartaglia. It would be close. I think Tartaglia would probably win considering he's like trained with Skirk before.
But I shall leave this for him to explain.
And also Lowen's just like guy. But like he would be weird about it, definitely. Like 100,000%.
The Great Wolf King of the North remains strong for now.
I will protect Lupa.
Just give me the word whenever you're ready.
Okay. What's up with you?
I sure didn't expect my experience fighting the wild-hunted Nodcry to come in handy back here in Mondstadt. Almost makes me wonder if this was the reason I was sent back. Also, how come that bard knows so much, and what was he doing at the Thousand Winds Temple?
Lowen's slowly
Well,
putting
whatever.
2 and 2
I don't-
together. That'd be the most homoerotic fight ever, yeah.
Any questions before you set off? Better ask now.
About Roland, the
Probably
headless
have to
Thompson
hit the
gunner.
ground running when you get to 500 years ago. Roland seemed destined to become the mightiest knight of Boreas ever to have lived. But he was too pure of heart. He believed firmly in his own ideals of chivalry, vowing to eliminate all injustice from the world. But the world had never been perfect and pure, nor would it ever be. Neither his mentor, the wolf pup Rostam, nor the Grand Master, known as the Lion of Light, could persuade him to temper his obsession. But what was the scent that reeks of blood that Lupus Boreas sensed? And what is its connection to Conria and the Abyss? Perhaps you will uncover the truth in Nodcry.
You know, Vente. Fuck you.
Any questions before you set off? Better ask now. You'll probably have to hit the ground running when you get to Nodcry. The root of this turmoil lies with the remnant soul that Andrius, dominator of wolves and god of the North Wind, left in Nodcry. He once left Nodcry and braved the blizzards to confront the god of storms and claim the right to rule. Yet even as the tower fell, he chose to abandon his claim. Instead, he returned to the north and slumbered for 1,000 years before finally journeying back under the name of
Second wolf
Boreas,
is at the tower.
with the first knight of Boreas to witness the new face of Mondstadt. When the wolf spirit could no longer maintain his physical form, Boreas chose to pour his power into the ley lines. With that, he became the North Wind of Mondstadt, as he is still known to this day. Any questions before you set off? Better ask now. The soul of a wolf is as unyielding as ice, and Andrius is a master of molding and shaping it. His people once drew great strength and wisdom from the wolf spirit. But human hearts and flesh cannot contain the soul of a god. Attempting to place the wolf spirit in a human vessel would slowly devour their sense of self, even if Lupus Boreas did not intend for that to happen. That's why Lupus Boreas developed the technique of imbuing weapons with his soul. It is his way of blessing his human Lupical with the wolf spirit's protection.
Andrew saw a femboy angel and knew that was the true leader of humanity. I mean, who wouldn't?
In fact, there's an ancient song that tells this tale.
Go slay.
A weapon once of common iron, now through friendship turned divine. Twixt man and wolf a bond was made, a power born within the blade. As much as he might claim not to accept humans, his actions sing a different tune. Oh, but keep that little observation between us, will you? Any questions before you set off?
Cinderella wolf.
Better ask now. You'll probably have to hit the ground running with... All right, over to you, Dvalin.
Yippee! I think we get to see Dvalin more.
The Knight of Boreas awaits below. We must part ways here.
Or you had to fucking like skydive on this shit, like the opening of Wii Sports Resort. They literally are. We're literally pulling a fucking opening of Wii Sports Resort on this shit. Whoa. Okay. Woo.
Hold the line! The enemy's on the brink of collapse!
Grandmaster!
Dude, what line? Literally what line? You are surrounded. There is no line. There is no line to hold. You just don't need to not fucking die. What? Yep, yo. The most anime shit ever.
Reinforcements! It's about time!
And I'm on too!
Yep, you're here. I'm here too. Let's get to the chase. What's the situation?
Just about hanging in there.
Report.
Most of their grunts are taken care of now.
Set rep.
Their
Now.
leader's gonna have to make a decision soon. Fight or flight? What will it be, mightiest knight of Boreas?
He's literally the most of my evil OC.
As expected, this hastily summoned wild hunt
Fucking Eye of Sauron.
disorganized rabble. A mere shadow of the forces gathered by the Rahir of Solmari.
The most? He's giving me Helsa vibes. That's what I've been trying. That's the joke of it. He gives me Helsa. Oh my god.
But they have served their purpose. I now understand your tactics, and you, in turn, understand mine. This is fair. This is the way of chivalry.
Let's say Nate.
Farewell, heir to the knighthood of Boreas. Whether you choose to resist me or not, I shall set right the injustices of this world. In the name of the blood-stained knight.
A good song.
Guess they're retreating for now.
Yeah, sorry.
So that Wolf of the North look-alike, that was Andreas? But why would he be leading the wild hunt? And why was he talking about the bloodstained knight? Ugh, forget that. We can save the details for later. He was the enemy boss, right? Are we just gonna let him get—
There's no point chasing after him. We've crossed blades already, and it ended in a stalemate.
But we're
right
here.
Now, there's nothing we could do about him.
You have more firepower.
True. We're still not certain of his true identity, but whether he's a god corrupted by the abyss or killing him might be just about possible, especially now that you're here. The difficult part is, we can't kill him right now.
Huh? What do you mean? Is he immortal or something?
No. Judging from our skirmishes so far, I don't think he's got any special abilities of that caliber. Nor does he have the ridiculous level of power wielded by the Five Sinners.
Just a casual Five Sinners mention, you know, she's like, here you go. Figured out.
But, compared to Rerir, our current foe clearly has a better understanding of how to exploit Nodcry to his advantage. Particularly when it comes to Andreas' remnant soul.
So what you're really worried about isn't so much the enemy himself, but the god's remains?
Exactly. Sounds like you realize what the crux of the issue is. I
He is smart
managed
like
to
that.
cut off a sample from our foe, which Albedo and Durin are analyzing as we speak. Meanwhile, our other allies should be making their way home from their own battles by now. Let's discuss this further when they're back.
Also, Albedo Durin mention my scrungles.
We still have some big challenges ahead before this expedition can finally be declared a victory.
It's funny that I played the event quest first before this, because like chronologically this does not make sense. Ooh, Yahara. Hello, darling.
The meeting
Okay.
is probably gonna be in the biggest tent, right? Looks like a bunch of people are there.
I'm actually gonna go claim because I am neurotic about my what's his face. About exclamation points, exclamation marks on my in my HUD.
Thank you for complete.
Let's go do this.
Add asterisk.
Claim all. Dispatch again. Thank you. Hi Varka. Why are you here? You're just here? Okay, cool. Claim all. And then we go back up. They're in science lab. What about it? Okay, so as I was saying, actually, so there is a there's art that I saw. I put it in the Discord, but I think it's been drowned out by Sophia Silverwolf posting. But so I think that the joke of it, or like the point of it, the art was ooh, okay, how do I get up here? The art was of Yahara with her hair down. It was like Inefa doing Yahara's hair or something. I was like, okay. I like Yahara's design, but like Yahara with her hair down was like, I was like, good lord, she's pretty.
Again. Oh, Boss Sneff asked me to pass on a message. She went to see Lauma and Columbina at the Frost Moon site.
That means the recent wild hunt attacks have nothing to do with Riri, right?
I think it's gonna be a fun art. It's really gorgeous.
Doesn't fancy facing him again.
They're keeping a close watch on it just in case.
If Girly Pop's gotta let her hair down more.
Case, we're in pretty safe hands, huh? Oh yeah, Lauma and Columbina asked me to pass on a message too. Focus on the enemy you are facing. The moon will protect you all. Huh, you know something? These Knights of Favonius are paying me a pretty nice sum to deliver a few simple messages. Oh, Varka's a generous guy.
Yeah, take advantage of him. Okay, so look at Anefa here, right? Or not Anefa, look at Yahida here. Her, like, hella braids. Now, just like... just appreciate her with her hair down. Like, I'm kind of obsessed with her with her hair down. Like, I'll be straight up. Also, this art's just really good. Anyways. Let the hair down, girly. Let the hair down, girlies. Okay. Off we go. Ooh, Flynn's is here too.
Short distance propulsion module on cooldown. 15 minutes until next departure. Switching to chat mode. Hello there, Paimon.
Hi, Nuffa. What are you doing
Varka
here?
placed a sizable order with the Clink Clink Krumkake craft shop. I know is
Clink
hard
Clank.
at work producing the strategic reserve, while I am handling the deliveries. Secondly, I am also here to attend the meeting in her place.
What you got, Flynn's?
Huh? Flins! Paimon thought the Lightkeeper's rep would be Iqua or Nikita.
You're quite right. However, Itlua and Nikita are both busy organizing the Ratniki's region-wide response to the recent attacks. And since I'm well acquainted with everyone else here, I was the one they recommended to attend the meeting.
Oh, so you don't even want to be here.
Sometimes you don't get a choice when there might be consequences down the line.
It's a wild thing to say to him. Oh, so you don't even want to be here. Yeah, what's up, Arca?
Hey, Honorary Knight. Looks like pretty much everyone's here. Albedo and Durin are just
The
wrapping up
whole
their
gang's
analysis.
here.
You want to wait for them here?
Wait for the meeting.
Great. While we're waiting, could you update me on this?
Yeah. After being big on the situation in Moscow, you explained the relationship between the blessing night to the attendees.
And that's where things stand. The Wild Hunt is no longer under the Reikir of Solnari's control, but it has been reborn from the ashes and is now launching widespread attacks. Intel from the Frostmoon Scions and the Curatorium of Secrets corroborates this. No disturbances have been detected in the space where Rere resides. What we are facing here is a completely new foe.
Summarizing current situation. To confirm, the present leader of the Wild Hunt is the creature resembling a wolf. Andrius, god of the North Wind.
More precisely, it's the external will that has seized control of Andrius' spirit, namely Roland, the
The headless
bloodstained
Thompson
knight.
gunner.
Whoa. Hold on. I'm completely lost. Isn't Roland some Mondstadter from like 500 years ago? How'd he suddenly get wrapped up with a god from 1,000 years in the past and the present-day Wild Hunt?
Dude, it's Mondstadt lore. Don't think about it too hard. You just gotta accept it. Like Flynn's is really the type of guy that constantly goes, "This could have been an email." I mean, to be fair, it could have.
Allow us to explain that part.
No, it couldn't have been. Like those kinds of people, more often than not, are kind of valid.
Are you familiar with compensation mechanisms? When an organism sustains damage, relevant tissues will undergo changes to offset the loss of function.
Let's go. Our king has got to take over the. Our king is on his way to retake the crown of top yapper.
For example, when one kidney is damaged, the other will be strengthened to compensate. Or when a main artery is blocked, the collateral vessels become more active.
Body's cool like that.
Similarly, when the Wild Hunt lost their leader, the Abyss harnessed the memories that flow throughout the ley lines to fashion a new one, fit for the present circumstances. That new leader is a mirror image of Roland,
The hell
the
is Thompson
bloodstained
gunner?
knight.
So it wasn't the real Roland, but rather an abyssal imitation.
Right. No matter how strong the compensation is, it will never quite match the functionality of the original organ. The Roland replica can't possibly imitate Rere's overwhelming power, nor his ability to disguise himself as others. So, the Abyss made use of the connection between Roland and Boreas to compensate for this lack of power.
The replica corrupted and took control of Andrius as he slumbered by the bank of Amsvartnir, ultimately manifesting as the giant beast that you all witnessed. However, exactly why the Abyss chose Roland to mimic, and indeed how it was able to do so, remains unclear.
I guess he must have gotten caught up with the Abyss or Nodcry somehow during his wanderings through Tevat. But we can keep those questions on the back burner.
Okay, Paimon gets all that, but what did you mean when you said we can't kill him right now?
I love how Durin is like 3 months old and can keep up with his bro's jargon, but not people skills. I know, it's great. I love it. We love him for it. Hey, what? I'm like, I'm what, 22 years old, and I still am not sure about social skills. Some people just never learn it.
We can't kill him right now because a dead god may prove more dangerous than a living one. From intelligence gathered during the expedition, we have reason to believe that
Where
the
I'll
power
go
released when
to
a god
double
is
hell.
felled can have catastrophic consequences for us mortals.
Dude, that's a pull. That's a, oh my god. Like when the tower fell in Stormbear's
Worse
lair.
still,
A mention
the
of
wrath that remains after a
Saltaray.
god's passing becomes a source of endless turmoil. Once god remains contaminate the land, they will persist for thousands of years.
Like the Tadagami or Karmic Debt Born Yakshas
This
from Millennia.
land has already been ravaged by the Wild Hunt. If we add god remains to the mix, it'd be like adding salt to an open wound. placing everyone who lives here in perilous danger.
Query. While I can indeed find records of disasters caused by god remains in my database, there also appear to be cases of gods dying naturally with no ill effects. In Natlan, the passing of the Pyro Archon's flame is a common occurrence throughout history, and even the part of Andreas who remains in Mondstadt has experienced death once before, has he not?
Great question. Glad you asked. Honorary Knight, you said Lupus Boreas gave you a token to pass on to me? Please, present it now.
Well,
Should help
calling
explain
a
things
big ass
faster.
claymore a token is a really strange. It's more like a big ass sword.
Come forth, Boreas.
Okay. This is really cool though for how much like old ancient old history we're getting.
I'm afraid I can accompany you no further on your journey. My soul will fall into silence, and my power will flow into the ley lines of this land. Perhaps this is all that a wolf can hope to do for humankind. Do not grieve for me, for this is the end I have chosen. Instead, remember that one day, your wandering too must come to an end. Where and when shall that be? A final wish before I slumber. Sing me a song. That melody you so often hummed in the taverns.
So it's not Piano Man, okay. Oh my god, it's the aria. It's a very out of tune version of the Dream aria, but it's the Dream aria. Oh, not the Dream aria. Da 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 do. I actually don't know what that is. Is that like the... Hold on. What's that? Fair to wind. So it shows up in Mondstadt Starlit. Yeah. Bum, 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 ba-da-da-bum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the 6th song on the entire Genshin Impact soundtrack.
You saw it too. You must have keen powers of perception. Not that it surprises me.
I'm the main character, I don't know.
Boreas' final thoughts before merging with the ley lines. It's the reason Mondstadt remains unharmed by his god remains. In his final moments, he made a choice to give everything he was to the ley lines. All to protect Mondstadt from harm.
Sounds like Andrea spent thousands of years searching for his place in the world, too.
Yes. And now our task is to return the answer he found, the decision he made, to Andreas' heart. Only then can he break free from the corruption and control of the Abyss, and make that decision once more.
Merge yourself with ley lines.
I see. I would say that planting thoughts inside the mind of a god sounds a little far-fetched, but since it was his own wish to begin with, it sounds feasible to me.
Wait, we already have a perfect solution? Then why are we even having this meeting? Let's go do this thing!
Ha ha ha. If only it were that simple. Unfortunately, this one thought alone is unlikely to be powerful enough to break through the Abyss's control and reach Andrias' heart. We need to find a way to make the thought within this sword stronger and more resilient.
For now, Boreas needs all his remaining strength to fight against the abyssal corruption to Mondstadt's ley lines. He can't afford to send us any more of his power. However, since his form was unstable during his journey with the first Knight of Boreas, many wolf spirit fragments were left behind along the way. If we can collect those fragments, we can use them to strengthen the decision to merge with the ley lines.
So we need to retrace his steps and look for random fragments? But they could be anywhere between Nodcry and Mondstadt. It'll be like looking for a needle in a haystack.
You don't need to worry about
Well,
that.
find a magnet or something. I
There's
don't
a few
know.
fragments left to gather in Nodcry. Most of them are already inside this sword. I've been collecting them during the whole expedition.
Huh? Wait, really?
I mean, it's an expedition, not a stroll in the park. Each step of the way, we've been hard at work planning for every possible contingency. Not just the wild hunt in the Abyss, but ancient gods remaining in Nodcry.
Sounds like this plan was a long time in the making. It's almost as if you foresaw the future.
As a matter of fact, I did. I caught a glimpse
Excuse
of
me?
fate's reflection.
Oh,
But
okay,
I
no,
can't
that makes
take
sense.
credit for it. It was all thanks to the help of a few friends. Still, all I foresaw was that an abyssal calamity was brewing in the north. Had I known more, we could have saved a lot of energy. Instead, we've had to make best guesses, prepare for every possible scenario. If all that preparation went to waste, all the better for it. But anything that proved useful, we knew we'd be grateful for down the line.
And sure enough, now it's proving useful.
Sure is. Just one crucial step remains. We need to gather the last few wolf spirit fragments scattered around Nodcry, and use them to make the thought within this sword as strong as it could possibly be. According to what Boreas told me before we left Mondstadt, his form was at its most unstable at the beginning of his journey. That means the fragments here should be the most powerful ones. But of course, we've been tied up fighting battles since the day we set foot in Nodcry. First with the Wild Hunt, then with the Doctor. So, it wasn't until recently that we were finally able to confirm the status of the Wolf Spirit fragments. We now know there are 3 left to find.
Okay, so 3 more mini expeditions to go.
I managed to gather 1 fragment before Roland reappeared. I also have a confirmed location for the second, which I'll take care of in short order. As for the 3rd fragment, we've identified a general search area to focus on, but we'll need all hands on deck to pinpoint the exact location.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of work has already been done. Like,
The final snag is that since our foe is a replica of Roland, he too will be aware of Andrias' history. He's sure to try and sabotage our plans by any means at his disposal. So everyone needs to bring their A game.
With our foe being from Mondstadt, it's our duty as Mondstadters to defeat him.
And since the Wild Hunt is involved, the Lightkeepers will provide their full support.
The Clink Clink Crumbcocky Craft Shop will also help in any way we can.
I love this. It's pretty much just like, we as Mondstadters have a duty to help since this is a problem of Mondstadt. And then Flynn's is like, since this has to do with the Wild Hunt, we're going to put our entire force behind this. And then Yahada and Enough are like, we're here too.
So what do they need me here for? Wait, I think maybe I signed a contract at some point. Didn't exactly scrutinize it though. I mean, who actually reads those things anyway, right?
Ah, great. Knew I could count on you all. Lastly, our
Love this.
friend from the Curatorium of Secrets will provide intel
Okay.
and relay battlefield communications. Looking at you, Yehoda.
Yeah, you have a job now.
So, you'll be darting back and forth across the battlefield, dodging the Wild Hunt and the shadow of an ancient god. I'm impressed by your courage, Miss
No,
Yoda.
it's just stop talking, Flynn's. You're gonna scare her
Reading
away.
for Yehoda updated. Higher quality ingredients will be used to prepare your future meals.
Thank you, Mother.
Darn it! I should have known this payday wouldn't come that easy.
I'll deal with the second wolf spirit fragment, which we already know the location of. The moment you make any progress with Fragment 3, be sure to give me an update. Traveler, could you join me in retrieving Fragment 2? I have a feeling that your unique constitution might come in handy.
Sure, I was just about to ask what my job was.
All right, time is of the essence. Let's move out, people.
Allons-y, let's go. Yehuda!
Yehuda, you dummy! You took the stupid job of your own free will! Oh, crying isn't gonna get you out of it!
I love her so much. Oh my god. She's just in the back. She's just shaving herself. Been off Genshin for so long, I don't know who any of these guys. Yeah, I know so much shit has happened, Gwen. Oh my god. We have Columbina now. We have this whole ass new area that I haven't fully explored. We've got all these people. This guy, Flynn's, these two are gay. Yeah, you'll learn some of them in time. I mean, some of the there were two familiar faces in that cutscene. She's stupid. I love her. We love Yahara here. Her and her fun. Dude, the fact they just placed her as like banging her head against the wall is the funniest shit. Oh my god. Oh, I love her so much. You know, but there were familiar faces in that cutscene. There was Albedo. Durin isn't as familiar, but like name-wise he is. Dude, can I get up here? Let me up, please. Thank you. I didn't see half of it. Just yeah, fair enough. Yeah, Albedo was in that. Was okay. There was a familiar face in that cutscene. Ah, come on, Columbina, you can do it. Socially awkward goddess and Yahara. Yep. Take a breather. There we go. Dude, what? Why did my glider go? Okay, that's bullshit. I just want this Oculus. Thank you. She's just a gully pop. Don't worry about her. She's a child of a divorce. That's her character.
Didn't you say Fragment 2 was supposed to be right here? Where the heck is it?
What do we got?
Seems like we've run into a slight hindrance. Can I leave this to you, Honorary Knight?
You're gonna make me do fucking puzzles. I don't want to
Traveler, Paimon, when this is all over, I'm gonna invite you around for a drink of...
Whoa! Stop thinking about Mondstadt's wine and keep your head in the game! You can't be daydreaming about alcohol before a battle!
Huh?
No, I'm right for it.
All right, just trying to lift our spirits a little. You want to see some photos I took of me and the knights before the expedition, maybe?
Shut up! Can we please just focus on finding the wolf spirit fragment?
I don't know I forget how these puzzles work. How does this puzzle work? You do like this, I think? I have to do this, maybe? Aha, I see. Nope, wrong one. Line the beam up to get the one out of the mud. Yes. Nope. Wrong one. Oh. Then you have to do this, I think. Right? Yeah. There it goes. Got it. Wrong character there, Quinn.
Is this what we're looking for?
That is the Zhongli line. I mean, to be fair, it probably is because it's still Diluc this entire time.
I
It's
once
been
got
Diluc.
Boreas to explain to me how he stores his soul inside objects. All I need to do is transfer it to my sword. Just like
No.
back at the camp, but this time, you'd best step back a bit, just in case.
Okay.
So, you're saying you don't know how to love people, and you don't understand human love either.
The fucking giggle. You don't understand human love either. Lame.
Why do you laugh? Sorry, I just think the fact you're ruminating on this is all the proof you need that you have love in your heart. I have a funny feeling that by the time this journey ends, you'll have found your own answer to the question of how to love.
No, you're wrong. There is no redemption at the end of this path. Even if I am stained black with blood, my conscience will remain as white as snow. If pledging allegiance to the Abyss is the only way to sever the injustice of fate, then I shall serve in its name.
Okay, that makes sense. It's, you know, fuck fate sort of situation.
Oh, sure enough, this place has been corrupted by Roland's will.
The Headless Thompson Gunner.
Whew. I'm fine. I was prepared for this. It wasn't enough to pose a serious threat. We got here just in time. The fragment hasn't been fully corrupted yet. Assuming we can undo the damage, it should still be usable.
So you want me to purify it? That's all I am. I'm a tool to you. Okay, huh? Interesting. I'm just a tool.
But that's not the only reason I wanted you to come. Could you try reversing the corruption? Not purifying it, exactly, but separating out the Roland part from the wolf spirit.
So, keep the Roland part intact as well as the wolf spirit part? Why would you want to do that?
Firstly, to test whether it's possible. And secondly, to view Roland's memories. As they say, know thyself, know thy enemy. Understanding our foe is our surest path to defeating him.
It's a little unexpected. I've never even tried this before.
What do you think? How is it explained to me? Ah, yes. Focus on a single thought within the 1,000 winds. Capture that unique wisp before it blows away.
I have no idea what that means.
Actually, neither do I.
Okay, I love Varka. Oh my god, this man.
Sounds like something a certain tone-deaf bard would come up with when he can't think of
You know,
anything
all you gotta
meaningful
do
to
is
say.
this, and they're like, I do not understand what you're saying. I was like, yep, nope, neither did I. I was hoping you would.
I thought it might mean something to you. Never mind.
Literally,
I'll
it was
explain
like,
in more
I thought you
human
would be able to
terms.
decode it. Oh my god.
Traveler, when you were in Natland, you went fishing for ancient names, correct?
I mean, I wasn't the one doing the
If
fishing,
I'm
but
not
whatever.
mistaken, the Night Kingdom was like a
I personally
river flowing
don't
with
like fishing
concepts,
minigames,
and
but,
you
you know.
were trying to capture the concept belonging to a particular ancient name. I'm thinking the same basic principles should apply here.
Okay, but back then, we had a bow and a net. This time, we don't have anything at all.
We've got hands, and, like, there are a couple bushes, so we could probably make a pointy stick.
This wolf spirit fragment is like a puddle compared to the Night Kingdom. No need for a boat. As for a net, this is what I've heard.
Thoughts and emotions are like
interwoven threads.
When did you talk to
They
fucking
can create a
Malika?
net,
What the fuck?
Or they can create a rope. They can separate love from hatred, and they can bind objects and events together.
Literally, when did you talk to Malika?
Thought is the anchor for a being's existence, through which emotions are drawn forth.
His teaser? I guess Natlan is on the way to not cry. So like that makes sense. I guess. Whatever. Just you have to remind me Malika exists.
Also, we barely know anything about Roland.
The Tom Scanner.
Use thoughts to anchor him.
You met Capitan on Natlan? Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, and to be fair, yeah, Natlan is on the way to not cry, so he would have at least been passing through.
Well, maybe you could try this.
What is it? It looks old and tattered.
It's an unsent letter written by the wolf pup Rostam, Knight of Boreas, from 500 years ago. It was meant for his disciple, the White Knight Roland.
They're clearly pen pals from the 8th grade. Yeah, that's, yep. Perfect. Okay, yeah, it drives me nuts the fact that he just has this incredibly fragile piece of 500-year-old parchment just in his pocket. Dude, what are you doing? At least laminate it.
Rostam lost his life in the Abyssal Calamity, Roland left Mondstadt to wander to Vat.
At least laminate it, bro.
Grandmaster Arundelen had wanted to deliver this letter to him.
Arundelen? Okay.
But trying to track
The
Roland
Lion
down
of
was
Light,
like
I think is
chasing a
what his
shadow.
title was.
He never did find him. And so this letter has been sitting at the Knights of Favonius headquarters ever since.
Quite the antique then.
What kind of paper do they use? I know.
Exactly is it supposed to anchor Roland?
Still with the pop and make the streamer kill. I don't know. You just say the most unhinged shit. It always catches me off guard, Gwen. Still got that unhinged in you, I guess.
Yeah, I'm honestly not sure.
Zendig's note for once. What about them? What about Zendig's notes?
Hey, what happened to Mr. Plans for every contingency? You're just making this up as you go along.
Hold on. Blowing nose. Super sturdy paper. I mean, how far out do you think they are to like to inventing lamination in Teyvat? Because like, it's important. Or like paper preservation tactics instead of just like using Zendik shit. Because fuck Zendik.
Yeah, what can I say? Some people like to wait till they've got all their ducks in a row before taking the first step, but I prefer to dive on in and plan as
Swimmer might
I
have
go.
it? True.
I've
That's
been
fair.
doing it that way for the whole expedition. But anyway, don't they say that poetry and letters were humanity's earliest means of expressing their thoughts? Can't hurt to give it a try, surely.
In 19th My man's casting is it's most wizard shit.
It actually worked?
The most wizard shit Ether's ever been is like holding a piece of paper and then casting a spell. Like, your questions are fossil fuels? Okay, here's the funny thing, Quinn. In the past 3 months, you have missed quite a bit with regards to the story of Genshin. So we now are confirmed that it is a physical planet. So it depends on how long life actually has been on Teyvat. If it's been on Teyvat for long enough, then yes. It would have fossil fuels. Fontaine. To be fair, Fontaine could be using something else. I don't think it's confirmed that Fontaine's ever been using coal or fossil fuels. Like, it could be like geothermal or something. And so by that extension, yes, the U.S. is going to show up and soon. You cannot keep the oil from us. We good old whale oil. I mean, like theoretically, it would be it wouldn't be dinosaurs. It would be like algae and microorganisms, because that's what most of the oil that we use comes from. But or guano, yeah, it could be.
So the assimilation
There's a lot of things that oil can
really
be.
can be reversed, just like he said.
Got him. A big one.
What you say is true.
Da 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 da.
The monsters I've slain.
Da, 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 da,
The justice I've sought to uphold. For mortals to escape this tragic fate.
Sorry, I'm gonna.
There's only one path.
I'm gonna give you guys I'm gonna send the song that I keep referencing here, just in case those people here have not actually heard it. This is what I'm actually referencing when I keep talking about Roland the Headless Thompson Gunner. Oh, that sends to both. Okay, that's neat. It's a good song, but like it's really the only time I've ever actually heard of the name Roland. And so I'm like, so whenever I hear him, my mind immediately goes to this whack ass ballad. Like, it's a cool song, it's a really good song, it's a really interesting ballad, but like, it's so weird, but it's so good. I love it. I don't even know where I found it. Hey, Roland was a warrior from the land of the midnight sun with a Thompson gun for hire. Finding to be done, the deal was made in Denmark on a dark and stormy night. So he set out for Biafra to join the bloody fray. Through 66 and 7, they fought the Congo War with fingers on their triggers, knee deep in gore. For days and nights, they battled the Bantu to their knees. They killed to earn their living and to help the Congolese. Yeah, it's a weird song.
A great and ancient kingdom was wrongfully cursed, turning its inhabitants into monsters.
Chill out, bro. Too many of these damn birds contribute to Monster Guano.
The code of chivalry tolerates not such injustice.
Yeah, the amount of biomass we've generated by killing those pigeons must be doing some weird shit. Could Celestia be the U.S. since they colonized the planet, stole the lands from the original house? We could. Ooh. Imagine we go to fucking Celestia and it's all like like everybody there is just Boot Hill. They just talk like fucking Boot Hill. They all have like southern accents and shit, and they all have like cowboy hats. It's like, howdy partner, we're here to take your fucking oil.
If Abyss be thy name, I pledge to you my loyalty.
And that is where the blood-stained knight's tale came to an end. With that, he bade his humanity farewell.
This is word for word what was said in the artifact set. That's why I recognized it.
I dare say you must find it quite ironic, Knight of Boreas.
Hello? Homesteadive? What are the eyes about?
That eye. Dainsleif?
No.
No. It bore a striking resemblance, but that wasn't him. While we gazed into the past, he was gazing right back at us.
Okay.
Could it be?
Visionary Vetterfulnir.
So that's what happened. After leaving Mondstadt and wandering the land, Roland ventured underground and saw a revelation from the visionary. Once he had learned of Conria's fate, he saw the god's judgment as the greatest injustice. So he surrendered himself to the Abyss.
That one Volibear skin? Which one? That doesn't narrow it down a whole lot.
Giving them his knowledge, his power, his everything. That's why the Abyss can replicate him.
The Elderwood one? Oh, that one, yeah.
Uh-oh. Does this mean we have to take on the Visionary this time?
If that is the meaning of I know what you did last summer? What? That is so, like, intimidating. Now, the founder of the Abyss Order was once shown a revelation, based on his experience at least. The Visionary is unlikely to intervene directly.
I'm inclined to agree. If our enemy could see the future, both the Wild Hunt and Roland would be acting with far more lethal precision. But even without the Visionary's input, Roland still has an intel advantage we can't afford to underestimate.
Vitterfolnir, Rheindotter, and like... and like Istaroth, I guess. Who's the third person that we can make that meme from? I was like, why is it when anything happens, it's you three? Like, who's the third person that we could slot into that? Dottore? I mean, Dottore's dead, though. Quote unquote. I guess it could be Dottore. But, Dottore is like, has been like, only really active for like the past, like, handful of years. He's just kind of been doing his own thing in the background for most of the time. He hasn't really done much. I guess you could say Asmodee, but Asmodee has also just been absent too. Oh no, or Heavenly Principles. Sorry, no, never mind. It could be Heavenly Principles. Yeah. Well, I did not mean to do that. Misclick. Sorry. Whoopsie-doo. It could be Heavenly Principles.
Every minion of the Wild Hunt serves as Roland's eyes and ears. We need to think one step ahead if we want to outmaneuver him. And on that note, I have a plan I want to discuss with you.
Now? Why didn't you bring it up during the meeting?
Well, the fewer people who know, the less likely it is to get leaked. Besides, it wasn't a fully formed plan.
Who the fuck is gonna leak it? Dude. That was probably one of the more trustworthy groups of people, like, on Teyvat around that table. It was like, me, you, Albedo, who is incredibly practical, and Durin, who doesn't know better, or doesn't know shit. He'll do whatever you tell him to. Yahuda, who's too scared to say anything like that, and Nefa, who is also like overly practical, and then like Flynn's. Who the fuck would have leaked it?
That about covers it. Sorry to ask so much of you again.
No way, that's too dangerous.
No plan is free of risks. At least this one actually gives us a shot at fully eliminating the danger posed by this ancient god. Surely that's got to make the risk worth taking.
There's no guarantee it'll work.
If I fail, Anselm and Albedo can take the reins. Not to mention we still have Jean in Mondstadt.
Oh, there has to be another way. Like a backup plan?
If only there were. But I don't think our enemy will give us enough time to find one.
Hi, Yahuda.
Hey! Are you guys done here yet?
I like to imagine she's been just like sitting on the hill while we yap. She's just waiting for us.
Yes, we've successfully retrieved
What the
the
fuck are they
Wolf Spear
talking about?
fragment here. Any progress with Fragment 3?
Nope. It's a total disaster. More Wild Hunt monsters than I've seen in my whole life. We need backup urgently. Come quick.
She didn't even bother running over here closer to us so she doesn't have to yell.
Come on, we're out of time. You'll just have to trust me on this one. What can I say? I'm not the Grand Master for nothing. I'm counting on you, Honorary Knight.
Okie dokie. For the story is more contiguous. For the best experiences, recommend you spend more time for it. How long we've restricted? 240. Okay. How have we not gotten this Oculus? What the fuck? It's literally just here. Okay. You can tell I play this game. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna call it for today. We're gonna continue this tomorrow. I think we can finish this very easily. Finish this tomorrow, and that'll probably be prior to a little bit more train game. If not train game, then just other things. So this will be the first. Finishing this will be the first thing to do tomorrow. I've got to get off, and I've got to go start packing for. Or like, I gotta put. Moving books into a car is gonna be my entire next couple hours. So, also getting a little tired, if you can't tell. So, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Boop. We will definitely pick this up tomorrow. And yeah. Hold on. I actually want to check. Has my donation ticker started fucking working again? Or has a donation not come in since? It has not. Okay. Still having weird issues with this fucking donation ticker. It's annoying. Anyways, yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will talk to y'all later. So, bye-bye, y'all.